Let's see if that did it. Let's find out if we're live, which is a classic. Got to figure it out. I can hear myself, then we're live. Oh, come on, load. Which is a classic. Got to figure it out. Okay, that sounds live to me. So, here we go. Del Supersonic Q back again for another LSSQcast or live stream or podcast or whatever this is. Oh, and I woke up like, I don't know, like 7 minutes ago, so I'm kind of tired. But glad to see people stop by. So what's up? And yeah, we're gonna have a pretty good podcast tonight, I think. We're gonna go for 2 hours or so, the usual time. Got some stuff to talk about. I know the chat probably is gonna want to ask me a lot of questions and stuff like usual. Couple like disclaimers. One is that the internet might be a little like spotty tonight because before I started streaming, I was kind of having some like connection issues. So if it kind of lags out or if you can't hear me, I guess whoops, that's not really anything different than normal because that seems to like always happen. So I might lag out a bit, but it is what it is. And I tried to implement some topics this week. If you notice the title, it's not just some random long sentence. I'm sure within the coming weeks I'll get better at like deciding of stuff to talk of like topical stuff to talk about for each week. But for right now, I think it's kind of a good mix of topics. And some of you guys might even were planning on asking me those things anyway that I wrote in the title. But I'm sure there'll be lots of other like viewer discussion stuff. So I don't know. I guess first and foremost though, since I'm going to assume that I'm not lagging out and that people can hear me, for anyone that might click on this video for like 5 seconds once it's all done being recorded live or whatever, I just wanted to collectively say thanks to everyone for getting me to 30,000 subscribers. Well, it's over 30,000 subscribers now. But that's crazy. I was like counting down the days until I was gonna hit 30K. Because once I had hit like 29,000, I'm like, oh man, it's gonna be like a few days. So, that's like super exciting. Because I'm sure I've talked about my YouTube origin story a lot before. So a lot of you guys probably know the spiel by now about like all my struggles and stuff. And like, well, I forget when my first big sub boost was. I think it was maybe spring of last year. So at any point before spring of last year, I was like, oh man, I'm never gonna hit like I'm never gonna hit like even 1,000 subscribers because that was even a challenge at that point. But here we are, like, yeah, 30,000 subs later and counting, and it feels pretty good. To know that like my work is like finally getting some recognition and stuff, which it never really did for like 8 years of my YouTube career or whatever. And I know this is kind of looking far out, but next year is my 10th anniversary on YouTube. So I was thinking about for that, maybe dedicating like a week of March. Yeah, because my channel was started on March 29th, 2009. So maybe like for that week in March, I'll upload one of my lost videos, like one a day for a week until like the final day on March 29th when I'll like upload like a crazy lost video or some really like something that's been lost of mine for a long time. Some else Supersonic Q lost media. That might be kind of cool because I can't think of anything else that would be like worthy of a 10-year anniversary thing other than that. I mean, if you guys have any ideas, like what do you want to see for a L Supersonic Q 10th anniversary special next year? I guess comment that in the comments or in the chat box right now. But I was just thinking about uploading some lost videos of mine. So yeah, speaking of that, I also want to tell you guys what's up with the video stuff because that's important. It's important. So, yeah, there will be a new video on this weekend. I think the day is going to be Sunday now, which is weird because like I don't know. Like last year I was at some point last year I think I was trying to have Friday be like the video day. And then I think at one point like Saturday was the video day. So, yeah, I think I'm going to try and make Sunday the video day for now because it seemed to be kind of working. And I have absolutely nothing created for today or tomorrow. So Sunday it is. Um, but unfortunately, I think, well, maybe not unfortunately, depending on whatever, but I think the video that I'm going to end up going with is actually going to be another like lost merchandise rare kind of thing. Kind of like the Mega Man cart, but a little bit different. Um, just because the Mega Man cart really underperformed with views. Like the Hannah Montana video, I was a little iffy about, but once it started picking up views, I'm like, okay, yeah, people are gonna be like, whoa, Hannah Montana anime, click. But with the Mega Man cart, I don't know. I still think there's not like a stigma, but like that little like bump in like the lost media community, or not really the community as a whole, but like I still don't think like okay, lost media animation and like movies and the main categories of lost media are still pretty low key and niche, I think, because lost media isn't a huge subculture yet. It's not. It's still rising. Um, so like crossing over merchandise into the lost media categories and stuff is something that's even I think more difficult for people to kind of grasp or really be interested in, which is fine. But like, um, I was expecting the Mega Man video to do like better than it did, and it really didn't. So like, I want to do another like animation lost media thing, which I have like tons of ideas. Like, do not even worry about that. But like I've said multiple times in the past, the problem with like the animation lost media stuff is I need to contact people and like, either get their confirmation about something or like their insight about something. And like that just takes time. Like there's a topic that I've already started researching a bit that is going to be a pretty big video on the channel, I think, when I finish it. But like I just started it and already I've messaged like three people and it's been like a week and none of them have gotten back to me, you know? So it's like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I got to keep trucking with that, but I have nothing to make a video on that topic. So there has to be some stuff that can come in between. And I do think like making a video that might not be as popular is better than nothing at all. Cause like, I don't want to get into this like video slump again where like I go like weeks or like a month or two without a video. Like even if some people aren't totally into like the lost plushes or whatever, like that's better than posting nothing at all. So as much as I would like to have a lost animation video or whatever, we're gonna have to kind of go for another lost merchandise kind of video this week. Which, like I said, though, I'm fine with making like I like the lost merchandise stuff because I feel like it perfectly connects the lost media field to the merchandise field for me. Like I like that stuff, but I know a lot of people don't, and they don't really understand the merchandise side of things being lost. So I don't know. It is what it is, though. But yeah, there should be a new video Sunday, I guess, and I guess that's that. And hopefully, I can continue that trend for like the foreseeable future. And you know, the extra week that I'm getting to focus on contacts and stuff for animation lost media. I'm sure it'll be worth it because I don't think you guys have ever complained at me having like more information or more knowledge in my video. You guys acknowledge it and like you appreciate the wait time and stuff. So you guys are cool with it, which is good. So no worries there. I think that does it for video stuff. I'll turn to the comments now. Just because I wanted to get that out of the way. So now it's out of the way. So now I'll read comments. I was seeing Knuckles fan videos was saying, I hope when you get 100K subscribers and it if the comments glitched. I think it said like, I hope when you have 100K subscribers, you still have as much heart as you do now. And yeah, I hope so too. Well, yeah, it's funny because I was thinking the other day about how, like, way back during my original streams, a lot of you guys were like, a lot of my original fans were like, "Oh, don't forget about me when you become like famous." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not ever becoming famous on YouTube." And well, I'd say, I'm kind of headed in that direction, I guess. But I definitely haven't forgotten about my original viewers and stuff. And kind of as I was, thinking back then, oh, I'm never gonna hit like 1,000 or 2,000 subs or whatever. Now I'm thinking, oh, I'm never gonna hit 100,000 subs. But I guess you never know. Anything's possible. But I think one of the things I really try to do is like really, and yeah, Knuckles fan kind of really like points it out pretty frequently, where I really make an effort to like connect with my fan base and my community. Like I read through every comment I get on my videos, and like I'll reply to like every Twitter DM that I get. It just might take some time, and I might miss some things by accident, because I, off the top of my head right now, I do know there were some um emails and messages that people did send me like late last year when I didn't have internet, that like I think just got buried or lost in my inbox, that I never replied to, which was mostly my internet's fault, because like I couldn't check the internet on like a daily basis or whatever. Um or at least at my own leisure. So uh, disregarding rare cases like that, yeah, I do try and like really stay connected to my viewer base and stuff. So while it'll probably be harder when I have more subs and more people, I'm still going to try and do it, and I'm definitely still going to have these live streams and stuff too, where I can talk with the viewers and stuff. So I'm just going to drop to the bottom because I missed 50 bazillion comments, like literally. Geez, I don't even know where to start. Well, Ruth says, "Hey LSSQ, loving the Friday streams. Keep it up. Awesome." And actually, yeah, that I still get some messages of people saying like, "Oh, I wish you would do them on Saturday." A couple things with that actually. One, I did do a poll on Twitter, and I think the majority did have Friday. But second, I actually do think I prefer the Friday streams more. Um, I'm not really sure why that is. Yeah, I don't know. I like the feeling of a Friday stream more. Like come home from work, like I don't know, eat something and then nap and then like, oh, time to stream. And that's a good Friday night. Um, and Saturday, I tend to like be busy, um, like quite a bit on Saturdays, either in the day or at night. If it's at night, obviously, like I can't have time. I don't have time to stream. But if it's in the day, I don't always want to come home and like stream on Saturday night. But with Friday, it's just perfect because like I come home from work and then I can just dive into like my YouTube stuff. Um, I mean, maybe like towards the summer months or something, maybe we can have like 2 streams a week or something. Well, I guess like summer vacation for most people it probably changes their viewing habits anyway. So if I did like a Wednesday stream or something, I'm sure like a lot of people would be able to come to that if it was summer vacation. But towards the summer months, maybe we will mix it up a bit. Maybe at some point Friday will become bad for me. And maybe we'll have multiple streams a week or something. I don't know. We'll see where things are in the summer, but yeah. Super Joe Cake of Cool said, "I know you don't like GE, but what was your first GE plush?" My first and only GE plush was Modern Supersonic. I think that was it. And I only bought it, I think, because my brother was ordering something else from whatever website I got it from. And he's like, "Do you want anything?" And I'm like, yeah, just throw in like a supersonic for me." And because it is supersonic. Um, I did kind of want to get the modern Super Shadow, the Chaos Zero, and SPO, and I think there was someone else too at one point. But I never really got around to getting those, and now they're kind of out of print / getting harder to find. Um, but I probably wouldn't go out of my way to get them anyway. Because like even the Supersonic plush, I think when I bought it, I want to say it was like $15 or something, which isn't too bad. But like now, even on Amazon and stuff, like Chaos Zero is like 20 and 20 plus. Super Shadow was like 50 or something. I don't even know. But like back when that came out, I'm pretty sure like I had only found it for like 25 or something. I never wanted to pay the money for it. But yeah, I don't even like GE anyway. If GE did do a Gamma plush, though, I would buy 10 of those. So you could hold me to that. Chocolate Fizzles said, "These types of channels are why I love YouTube. Unlike SWSF, who just, yeah, who just poop posts nowadays. I don't want to swear, but that's actually, well, I'm assuming you were saying you love my channel, which is cool. But I see, I do think that there is a really big problem with like, well, there's a lot of problems with like YouTube culture and stuff. I guess I don't want to like rant too long on that, but I think like crap posting and clickbait and like all that stuff. I think like that's on the rise, and I don't think, I know it's on the rise, and I honestly hate seeing that kind of thing a lot. But something that bothers me even more is like, and I think, you guys probably understand it from watching my videos, like the lack of like, I guess, journalistic integrity, especially in regards to lost media videos. Because like, okay, I don't want to like pat myself on the back and pretend like I'm a perfect lost media YouTuber and stuff. Because like, there's some stuff in my videos that has been inaccurate before, like, whatever. But like, damn, I try really hard to get the sources and get the facts straight and stuff. And like, there are so many lost media videos that I'll see on YouTube that are like just nowhere near the level of competence of mine or other people within the genre. I know there are other lost media YouTubers that spend a really long here. I'll throw his name out there. Bedhead Bernie. I know he spends months on like one video, like literal months on one video, and like that's really good. And then there are other people that just like post 9,000 videos a day, and they're just like, I don't know if anyone is still like directly reading from the Lost Media Wiki. Like at this point in the game, I hope not. But like they were just like, I don't know. It's just so hard to like share that content space, and like not have good sources and stuff. I mean, if that's like what your stick is, and like you're not trying to really be thorough with a video, like I guess that's fine. But like, I don't know. With me, like I just could not even like freaking the Hannah Montana video. That topic came out of, and actually, I guess I can really talk about this now because the Mega Man video came out. The Mega Man video was supposed to be the first video that I um, posted for this year, and actually, the Mega Man video is 2 years old because I had the idea back in. Actually, it wasn't even my idea. Padmac, I think, told me about it in passing 2 years ago, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make a video on that, and it just never happened until like last week because I just felt like the time was right, so I made it. But the topic is 2 years old or whatever, and that was gonna be the first video on for the year, but I lost interest in it when I was editing it because it took so long to edit for some reason. So I'm like, oh man, I need a topic to replace that video, in which was the Hannah Montana video that came out that week or whatever. But originally, the Hannah Montana video was supposed to be like a literal like rush job video that I didn't even care about because I only found out about the topic because I was so mad that I lost interest in the Mega Man one. So originally, I was reading through the Hannah Montana thing, in the original version of that video, and I think I say it in the actual video, is that um, I'm like, oh, who am I going to contact to get insight about this series? Oh, Wasted Wish is the only person, and I looked at his profile, and it said last active in 2016, I think. And originally, because the video was supposed to be a rush job, I originally ended the video there. I'm like, well, Wasted Wisher, that's like an alias name. That's not really a username. So he's not going to have any other accounts online, because the whole point is he's leaking stuff without being caught. So he's not going to, not going to be able to find him on any other websites and with or whatever. And I'm like, and his account hasn't been used in 2 years, so he's, he's not going to be able to provide me with any information. And originally that was the end of the video. I'm like, we're never going to know anything about this. But then I'm like, wow, that's a really horrible video to not even try to contact Wasted Wisher. And while I was trying to contact him, the idea popped into my head to actually go the extra step and see if I could find anyone else that was sort of in Wasted Wisher's position who might be able to help me if Wasted Wisher wasn't able to. And that made a freaking big difference in the video, because that video is probably one of my favorite videos that I've ever made. I just think the Hannah Montana video is such a solid video. And I'm going to compare it to the likes of Yeah Beavis and Three Men and some of what I would consider the best videos on my channel, because it's just such a solid video. It came out so nice. And I'm so glad that I bothered to go the extra step and make the extra effort to search for contacts for an extra 3 hours, because it gave so much more context and depth to the video. We know that the model sheets still exist, and we have some insight about, that we can't see them. And we ended up finding out that Wasted Wisher had nothing from the project that he was able to give to us. That is so much more valuable than just saying, oh, well, Wasted Wisher hasn't been active in a while, and I couldn't find any other Toei Philippines employees because I didn't look. That's so bad. That is so bad. So I don't know. That's the kind of effort that I like putting in my videos, because I think it shows. I think you guys get that. And it makes me a lot more proud of my videos. I don't know, say what you will about the Super Game Boy 2 video, whether or not you liked it or not. I am never going to be able to put that video on the same level as Three Men and Beavis and Hannah Montana, because of that oversight between the NTSC region differences thing and how there's NTSC-J and NTSC-US or whatever. I just didn't know that when I made the video. And even though I think it's kind of cleared itself up, and most people who watch that video probably understand exactly what I'm talking about, and they understand the confusion. But for me personally, because I screwed that little bit up, I feel like I failed in that video. I completely failed. Never mind the fact that it took 6 months to contact FM 2000, and that, the literal American Super Game Boy 2 doesn't exist. Never mind all that. The fact that I confused a freaking region difference with the letters NTSC makes me just so not ashamed, but I don't even want to rewatch that video or really I don't know. It's a really weird feeling. And that was just because I messed something up unknowingly. So to have gone the extra mile and contacted people in the Hannah Montana video, I don't know, that's just really, really great that, that happened. I don't know what comparison I was making there, but okay, enough of that. And the chat froze. Thanks, YouTube. Oh my god, come on. Mega Turtle said, have you ever considered making a video on the scrapped Invader Zim episode / the original idea for the TV movie back when the show was still airing? I actually haven't looked into very much Invader Zim stuff. I guess I shouldn't say I'm not interested in it. I guess I would have to look and see what it is. I know there was some kind of original CGI test that I thought was lost. So I don't know. I feel like maybe Zim stuff would be easy enough to find or get information for, but I would have to look to see what those are. If it's something of substance though, of literal substance, I could imagine myself making a video about it because it's Nicktoons and it's cartoons, and that would work for my channel. So I'll have to take a look at it and see at some point. Sesame Street fan 105400 said hello. Well, hello back. Rayitos9, if I butchered your name, might be. I'm not good with names, as we all know. Said, how did you get that photo of Anime Hannah Montana? So in the video, I think at the end, or maybe somewhere else, I don't know. That was actually drawn for me, like custom drawn from Foolish Connor. He's he has a Twitter, and he's done other stuff. He has a couple different like usernames, like on YouTube. I think I don't know if he was in any of my other videos before. I thought maybe he was in a podcast or something. On YouTube, he goes by SonicMon E. But he kind of changed his name to Foolish Connor. But he's an L Supersonic Q affiliate like Jack's Cheese, who does my music. So they're all in the same boat. So yeah, that was custom drawn for me. It came out pretty good too. It definitely got the job done. Mike Dude 324 said, "Please, L Supersonic, your favorite Sega franchise besides Sonic?" Oh geez, I don't even play any other Sega stuff. Um, I mean, I would probably just. I mean, the two that come to mind are like Monkey Ball and Jet Set Radio, but I feel like that's mostly for the merchandise because there's a lot of cool Monkey Ball UFO plushes and like Joyride Studios did that figure of Beat back in the early 2000s. And I think just recently there was some kind of Figma of Beat that was released, but it wasn't a Figma, it was something else. So I guess I'll say like Monkey Ball and Jet Set Radio because but for the merchandise, not really for the games. I don't really play any other Sega games besides Sonic, honestly. Um, so I did play Monkey Ball once, like a couple months ago, and it was extremely hard, and that was on the GameCube, but I just could not figure it out. And I played a Jet Set Radio demo once on like PS3 or something, and that was like literally it. Mega Drive 64, with an interesting question, said, El Supersonic Q, is there any lost media that you have given up on before uploading the video about? Yes, actually. I think I mentioned this last week. The first thing that's coming to mind is the Flapjack pilot. I guess I wasn't so much giving up on like a topic, I guess, like as literal as you asked the question, but I had decided that like there was a Lost Wedgies short and the Lost Pilot from Flapjack. The Wedgies short, there was some kind of weird thing about it being on YouTube at one point, and that like a Polish dub existed or something as well, and like that was found, but it wasn't really found. It was a weird, confusing mess. And then the pilot, I'm pretty sure Thurop Van Orman, who's the creator, I'm pretty sure he has that. And there's also like a clip of it from a Cartoon Network Upfront conference from like 2007 or something that you can find on Vimeo. And it looks exactly like the final show. There's nothing like visually different about it or anything. So that was something that I had written the script, recorded the script, and then I just decided like this isn't worth making a video for. Like there's just because like the creator has a pilot and like this weird wedgie short that no one cares about was kind of found, but not really. Like it was so weird, and I just didn't want to spend the time with it that I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that video. So that was one. I don't think there was any lost media that I can think about that I had begun researching and then like decided to drop before I made a video on it. I think for the most part, when I decide on a topic, I pretty much see it all the way through to the end. I'd have to go back through like maybe my old files or like my old scripts. Actually, I do have some old scripts I think that I never did anything with. I'll have to see if any of those are like lost media kind of stuff. Um, I'll throw this example out there, even though it's not really lost media. I was gonna do the mystery of the Banjo Kazooie UFO plushes. I think in like late 2016. Because I don't think a lot of people know this, but like Takara made a Banjo Kazooie UFO plush set in Japan, It's the set is comprised of two different banjos and then tutti. And back in like late 2016, a lot of them, like no one really knew a lot about the set, including myself. I forgot they even existed. So I was sort of writing a video about like who made these, where were they released, and all that kind of stuff. I forget why I never really went through with the video. I think it was because at the time I had other merchandise videos coming out, and I didn't want so many merchandise videos on the channel. So I'm like, okay, I think the script was pretty much written. Either that or I ran into complications with the script, and I'm like, this isn't worth figuring out now. I'll do it later. And then later never came because we sort of figured out, and I sort of figured out that they were made by Takara. They were released, I think, in a similar way to the Ocarina of Time UFO plushes that were released by Takara. I think I don't think they were actually released in UFO catchers. I think they were just released at retail. And the set is like Banjo 1, Banjo 2, and Tootie. I don't think there's any other characters in the set. And there's no point in speculating on that when there's literally like, like the video wouldn't have made sense. So I never ended up making that video. And that was going to be a mystery video. Um, but I don't know if there was any other things. There is one more that's coming to mind just to round up this question. I don't know if I want to share it though in case I ever decide to make a video on it. Um, yeah, I think I'm going to keep that one under wraps for now. But there was another one I can think of, but I don't want to say what it is. That Stellar Flow Studio said the Ed and Eddie lost episodes have a sneak peek. Whoa, what? Could you consider doing a video on the lost episodes? I didn't know they had a sneak peek. That's what? Huh. I'll have to look at that sneak peek or something. Because I didn't even know. I thought they were just announced in like text or something, and that was it. I didn't know there was like a promo for them or something. I'll look it up. Cube said, "LC Persona Q, could you do a video on the two Dora the Explorer pilots?" You know what? I was actually gonna do a video on at least one of the Dora pilots. I don't know what the difference between the two is. I didn't even know there was two, but I remember one of them. And Boots was like a yellow something, yellow monkey or something. Yeah, he definitely looked different. I was gonna do that, I think, at some point last year when like I want to say it was like when the Captain Carlos stream meme was happening, and when the Backyardigans stuff was happening. I was gonna do a bunch of kids show stuff, and then we all know what happened with that. Um, so yeah, I think if I ever get back into kids stuff, which will happen probably sooner than later, that was something that I think I was gonna make a video on. But there was a lot of kids stuff that people told me to make videos on. I'm probably forgetting a lot of the other stuff, other pilots and stuff, because there was a lot at the time. There was like 4 or 5 different topics, I think. But yeah, I looked into that once, so I might make a video on it. Eli Sena Bria said hello in all caps. Well, hello, Eli. Thanks for stopping by. Comic Dud said, after watching too many of your videos, I feel slightly creeped. Yeah, some people actually comment and say that Lost Media is just like inherently creepy to them, which I guess is fine. Like, I can kind of understand. Well, I can understand like where that stereotype comes from is because like I think Lost Media in the public eye is supposed to be this like spooky like creepy thing. So like naturally, just anything that's lost is like that. For me though, very few topics get me freaked out in regards to Lost Media stuff. Like yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just because the whole spooky nature and stuff is, in my opinion, just like a clickbait way to get people interested in videos. Um, what was I gonna say? Yeah, because especially something that I try and do with my videos, like I go out of my way to make my videos not scary. So, maybe it's just like the whole, lost media as a genre that kind of creeps people out. But like for me, I try and make my videos like not scary. And like I said, very few things in the lost media field even creep me out. And I wish people would stop using clickbait to get people to freaking watch their lost media videos with all those spooky stuff. Cause like, come on, lost media isn't freaking like scary to like the level that people are clickbaiting it, because that's why people I think have that stigma, at least more so than normal, is because so many people make it scary. Like it doesn't have to be scary. Oh my god. Hmm. Niels Look said, "Hey, El Supersonic Q, are there any lost episodes of regular show?" To my knowledge, there isn't. The only lost media that I know for certain that's related to regular show is like the original 2010 Flash pilot. I think is like partially missing, but other than that, oh, and there may have been some kind of original ending to some of the like what was it, the Halloween specials. I forget what they were called. I think maybe the original endings are lost or something, but like I don't think there's like an actual episode that is like lost or like an actual anything like that that's lost, I don't think. To my knowledge, those series were like regular show and stuff like the cartoons around that time were aired like pretty flawlessly and produced pretty flawlessly, so I don't think there's really anything like lost to them. Like, I don't think Adventure Time. I know Adventure Time has some more lost media stuff with like scripts or something, like original versions of scripts, but like even Adventure Time more or less is, you know, it's pretty it's pretty cut and dry when it comes to lost media. Definitely nothing like Rude Removal or like the Mess of Blues pilot or anything like that. I think you pronounce this Raquel Polizzi said, which lost media that you covered scared you the most? I think, well, I know it wasn't really an official mystery of um, like El Supersonic Q video, but I think when I was doing the A Day with SpongeBob thing, I think that probably freaked me out the most because at the time I was like just beginning Lost Media. Like when we were searching for that, that was really like my. I think I had done Kablam episode 29 before that, and maybe that was it. And then it was A Day with SpongeBob, and like that all the Regal Films stuff and all that stuff. Because like I don't know if people even like realize this or know, but I was like one of the original A Day with SpongeBob like search party members, like from way like as far back as like the search started, even before 4chan. I was searching for that with people, so I was there for the whole thing, and there were some pretty sketchy moments, especially during the 4chan saga. Like there were some really bizarre things with Regal Films and stuff. So there were some points in that search that were a little bit creepy because it was like, oh man, like they're like a they're a they're like a company that like launders drugs. Like, should we really be searching for this and contacting them? But turns out they weren't. But at the time we thought they were, and it was pretty weird with Lorenzo Holly and all those shenanigans. That seems like a long time ago. Well, it was quite a while ago, like 2 years ago, I think, or 3 years if you count when the search actually started. But like, um, when when we were like, I think like spring of 2016 maybe was like really when we had a solidified Skype group and like every day we would make progress until the eventual discovery that A Day with SpongeBob never existed. Michael Howard has been saying, does a pilot to Sanjay and Craig exist? I don't know actually, and I don't think I want to know because I don't like Sanjay and Craig. Sesame Street fan, 105400. Can you talk about the SpongeBob pilot? Wasn't that found? That was just what was it? Help wanted. I don't think there's anything to talk about with that. RDLV said, "Have you seen a Blame It on George vid?" Yeah, I have. I used to watch his videos back when I was starting Lost Media. I haven't really watched them in a while. Um, just because I guess, in my opinion, Blame It on George is like a good channel for someone who doesn't know anything about Lost Media that just wants to get like like a quick rundown of things, you know. But where I stand right now with Lost Media in terms of um, topics and how I search for stuff, a lot of Blame It on George's content is a little like, I say this in a nice way. It's a little beneath me because I already know so much about what he covers, and like it's a very, very basic. I could just read the article on the wiki if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? So his content is what it is. But I do think it's more suited to the casual Lost Media viewer. So I haven't really seen it since I started doing, like, since I started beginning Lost Media when I had no idea what the topics were and stuff. Like I think I even watched his videos before I even found out about the Lost Media wiki. So like that's how long ago it was. Thoughts on if there was a Sonic 06 UFO set? Bok Choy fan said. Honestly, like that would be cool. I wouldn't even hate that because like it would probably have Sonic, Shadow, and Silver for sure. Um, Man, what else would it even have? I don't. Jeez. I feel like in the most likely of scenarios, though, there wouldn't have been a Sonic 06 UFO set. What would have happened is they would have further adapted Sonic X into the Sonic 06 story arc, and there would have been a Sonic X UFO set Volume 3, and it would have had Silver in it, and that would have been like the peak. Because a whole Sonic, or I guess maybe you could think of it in a different way, where because those were made by Sega Prize. Like Sega Prize had been making stuff from, well, pretty much as far back as the Adventure plushes. No, as far back as Sonic the Fighters plushes, I think. So they'd been making stuff from like Sonic the Fighters plushes all the way to Sonic X Volume 2 UFO, which was the final thing that Sega Prize made, I think. So I guess they could have just canceled the X ones, had gone back to mainline games, and we could have had a Sonic 06 plush set similar to SE2 and the original Sonic Adventure one. That would have been interesting to have a Silver in that kind of style. I guess there wouldn't have been any Chows though, because I don't think there were Chows in Sonic 06. I wonder what like a Sega Prize Sonic 06 set would have been like. I know I just said Silver and Shadow and Sonic, but I think I was thinking more along the lines of a like a Sonic X one. But no, if it was like in the style of Sonic Adventure, there would be Sonic, Shadow, and Silver. But who else would they even make? Who else was even important to Sonic 06? They'd have to come up with like two more people, I guess. I mean, they did see if it. I could say like an Elise plush if it was like the Chris one and it was like chibi, but like I can't see them doing that with like like the larger like Sonic Adventure style. So that's a really interesting thought. I never thought of that before. A fallen hero said, "Was was there any third Legend of Zelda game in existence?" Ooh, that's an interesting topic that a lot of people have debated, and I've seen a lot of different things about that. To my knowledge, no, there wasn't to any extent. I think there are three things involving that I know I've heard about in the past. One is like that whole like Zelda 3 something Triforce something. It was like a hoax a while back. There was like an eBay cart or something for it that was apparently that beta cart. It ended up being fake, but like that's a recurring thing is that people say there's like a Zelda 3 NES game. I think the other thing about that is people say that like there was a Zelda 3 NES game, but instead of it being totally scrapped, it exists, but it was developed into a Link Between Worlds or something. Or no, like Link's Awakening. I don't know why I said a Link Between Worlds. It was something like Link's Awakening, um, which I don't need, which did I don't know if that's even true or not, but like the story goes further, and people say that like the NES version actually did exist as an NES game, and then it was like changed over to SNES, like some kind of absurd thing like that. And then actually, when I was talking to Zero this, um, when I was doing the research for the Super Game Boy 2 video, he said that that he had a magazine scan or something that mentioned a Zelda 3. I never really asked him about it or asked for a picture because like he stopped talking to me. like like at that point, he was really hard to like keep a conversation going with. But yeah, and then that was a thing too. So like I've heard a lot of different stuff about Zelda 3. I don't think there ever like I don't think there ever like was a Zelda 3 or anything about a Zelda 3, despite people's claims that there was. And I don't even think it's worth looking into because like no, I don't think there ever was. Tracy Street said, "Will you do Thomas the Tank Engine Lost Media? It has an interesting story." You want to know what? A lot of people have asked me to do Thomas the Tank Engine Lost Media before, like a lot of people. And I know there's a lot of different topics about Thomas out there. If I ever get back into the kids stuff, which, like I said, will probably happen sooner than later, maybe I'll throw in a Thomas topic because I know it's popular, but I never looked it up when people told me to, and I still don't really know anything about it. But I do know that it's a popular request. So Nintendo and Sega fans said, "Hey, El Supersonic Q, are you excited about NES Maker? What's that? Was something announced that I didn't know about? Uh, I don't know what NES Maker is, but if it's what it sounds like, then it sounds cool. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I need to know more about that, I guess. Paul McCartney said, "Have you listened to the Beatles? If so, what songs and what do you think about them?" I actually like haven't listened to the Beatles. Yeah, I'm just not a Beatles guy. Like, it's not like I don't like them, but they're just kind of there, Like, I know their place in history, and I know how popular they are, and like all that crazy stuff. But I never really listened to them. So they're kind of just there. Um, which is also why I haven't done a video about the Carnival of Light song because I'm not really interested in it, even though I know it's a popular thing. So yeah, I don't really have much to say about them. Sorry, Paul McCartney. Oh, Zelda 3: The Triforce Saga. That's what it was. Um, Cube is saying, "Is there any Loud House Lost media?" I don't know. I think someone had said something about like a pilot at one point or some crazy stupid thing, but I think it was a troll. Other than that, I'm not aware of any. And then Raquel said, "Did you ever think you'd get all these subs or even host a podcast?" Well, I guess there was definitely a point where I never thought I would be doing a podcast thing. Like I think my original podcast was in like 2015. So I guess before 2015, I never thought about it. So no, I never thought I was going to do that. Um, because I'm like, why would people want more El Supersonic Q? like, But then things changed, and it sort of worked its way into my persona, I guess. And then with the subs, definitely not. Like, yeah, YouTube, the past like 8 years on YouTube have just been really crazy. with all the different things and stuff. I definitely never thought I definitely never thought I was gonna get to this point, just because of how long I struggled. Like I said, it was literally 7 years. I didn't even have 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I was actively posting content, actively trying to think of new content, new appeal, just to get people to watch me, and no one did. Well, I mean, not like it is now. I had my small fan base of core viewers and stuff who liked my art and my vlogs and things like that, but like, you know, it's not like it is now. So like it was a struggle. So when I hit 1,000 subs like 2 years ago or whatever, I'm like, oh man, that's crazy. Like, yay. And then I hit 2,000 pretty fast. And I'm like, oh yay, like I'm finally in a cool spot. I hit 3,000. I'm like, all right, this I'm feeling solid about this at long last. And you want to know what? To some extent, I almost feel like I I haven't even grasped the concept of having 30,000 subs yet. I almost don't even think that because like I'm thinking to myself like back when I was getting 1,000 and stuff, I was excited for 1,000 and I was like, "Oh man, like how like how much higher is it going to go?" And now it's at 30,000 and like I'm I'm really happy about it, but I'm almost like not excited. And I think the reason for that is like it hasn't hit me yet. Like I haven't even like conceived it yet. Like what is 30,000 subs? How can you hold 30,000 subs? You know what I'm saying? So like I don't know, maybe like in more time I'll I'll like it'll finally hit me and I'll be like, "Whoa, 30,000 subs." Cuz like like I can see the number, but it's like it's almost like it's still a bit surreal to me just to think about how far I've come and like what does 30,000 mean as a number? Like, I don't know. It's a lot of crazy, weird stuff. But yeah, I definitely never thought I would get this far. PLOX2 said, when I saw your video about the Hannah Montana anime, I thought it was a joke. I have no idea why Disney considered it seriously at one point. Yeah, I actually did get quite a few comments on that video of people being like, I clicked this thinking it was clickbait and it's actually a real thing. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna make a clickbait video. People still argue with me that the racist Gengar thing was clickbait, but like, I don't think that was clickbait at all. Like, if anyone thought that was clickbait, it's because they didn't understand the part about why it was racist. Which, if you didn't understand why that was racist, um, I mean, I don't know. That's kind of on you. Because like I thought the pictures were clear enough. I mean, I don't know. It made perfect sense to me. Like people would like straight up say like having a Gengar with moves that are considered stereotypes for like African Americans and then naming it that's not racist. And I'm like, where do you live? Like where do you live where that's not racist? Like I don't know. I don't know. Maybe where people live, maybe where those people live, it's not racist. But like to me, it's pretty racist. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, the Hannah Montana thing. People commented on that video. They're like, it's not surprising that Disney was going to make a Hannah Montana thing because it would have been like idol anime or whatever. And like, I can understand. Blah. I don't know what I was saying. I can understand where people had that idea. Like, it makes sense looking at it from their perspective. But for me, it wasn't so much the thought of an idol anime. It was the thought of like, let's take Hannah Montana with Miley Cyrus and like I don't know, all those other like American actors, Billy Ray Cyrus. Let's make Billy Ray Cyrus into an anime character. Like that's the part that was really weird to me. It's not like, I don't know, it's not like, I don't know. It's not like they were gonna take the character of Hannah Montana and put her into a new world with new anime characters. They were gonna take Billy Ray Cyrus and like Mitchell Musso and make them anime characters, and that's just really weird to me. That's why I was like, it was so strange because I don't. It's just such a strange concept. I don't know why they would have done that, and like I mean, I don't know. That's so different than like even with Powerpuff Girls Z. Like, at least original Powerpuff Girls was a cartoon. Hannah Montana's live action. That just makes it even stranger. So I don't know what they were like thinking about that. Pinata Time said, any lost media that you were not planning on making a video about that creeped you out? Um, yeah, there was. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like examples. Um, geez, trying to think of examples. All right, well, here's an example. I know there have been multiple instances of this, um, but this is pretty. This is kind of interesting. I actually only read about it last night. I was reading the Lost Media Wiki articles and I found this, and it was creepy. And I'm not gonna make a video about this, but it's interesting. A lot of you guys probably don't know this because you're like really young, and I only know it because I flip through the TV channels more than I probably should. Because there's never anything on. Um, so I'll try and do my best to explain this. There is this talk show in the 70s. Well, I don't know how long it ran for. It ran for a really long time. It was called like the Dick Cavett Show or something like that. Yeah, something like that. It was an old talk show from like the 70s or something. And I had seen it on TV before, like like reruns. Oh, I'm not freaking 100 years old, but I had seen it on TV before on reruns. So I found an article on the Last Media Wiki last night, and I'm like, oh, there's Lost Media about the Dick Cavett Show or whatever. So I clicked it, and actually, the Lost Media is about one time he had this guy on his show, and I guess the guy just straight up died like during the taping of the show because it was a talk show. So Dick Cavett had different guests, and I guess this guest he was like a health. Ironically, he was like a health guru or something. He like died during the taping of the show, like straight up. And there was like a bunch of different. Um, I was reading some of the different rumors that arose over the years about like what happened on the set and all the chaos that ensued like in that moment and all that stuff and rumors about whether or not a tape of it still exists and stuff. So just I, I wasn't gonna make a video about that because it's I think too dark for my channel, and I'm not really interested in that kind of thing. But I read about that last night and I thought it was actually a little bit creepy because someone died on during the taping of a show, like in front of a live audience. Like that's I don't know, that's pretty creepy. So that's just one example. I know I've found other things too, that weren't as creepy as that. I can't really think of them though, but I know I've come across them. Oh yeah, John Iowa said I've heard about that. It said that Dick has the tape but won't release it. Yeah, I read that. Um, I don't know how much I believe that. I almost feel like that's like a like that's a very like typical thing to make a rumor about. Like the host of the show, like something happens on the set of the show, but the host ends up with the master tape. Like I don't know. That just seems very like because think about that. Like okay, pretend you were hosting a show and like something like that happened and you caught a death on camera. Would you want a master tape of that? You know? Like I don't know. That almost seems like bad aura, bad like a bad force. Like I wouldn't want that if that happened. Like I'd get rid of that. Like I don't want someone dying on tape, and I wouldn't want it, you know, in my archives. Oh, oh, what the? Hmm. Oh, what the heck? Talk about things happening live. I just I was gonna burp, but I tried not to burp because I want to do it on with the microphone on, but instead I like puked on the inside of my mouth, and now now I'm tasting puke and my throat is like burning because like when you puke in your inside of your mouth, because like comes up from your stomach, it's like hot and it burns. I don't know why I had to tell you guys that, but that just happened. Oh my god, what the heck? I haven't been feeling that good lately. Actually, I think it was last week when I was editing the Mega Man video. I had a sore throat for the whole thing. It was horrible. Luckily, that only lasted a day. But then like today, and even I think the day before, my nose has kind of been bothering me, and like maybe I sound stuffed up. I think I kind of sound stuffed up, but like my nose isn't really stuffy. Um, and yeah, I don't know. And I kind of felt like low on energy today. I don't know if that's just because it was a Friday or if I just need more sleep or what. But I hope I'm not getting sick because well, that'd be quite not good because I don't want to get sick. Yo, Soma Cruz. It's been a while. Oh, acid reflux. I have that. Oh, I don't think it was that. Oh, I did. Oh, you have acid reflux. Okay. I think mine was just I ate food like right before this and then took a nap, so I probably didn't digest very well. Then I forced myself to wake up from the nap so I could stream, and now I don't know. And now I got to burp, I guess. Um Comic Dud said McDonald's or Chick-fil-A. I've never had Chick-fil-A, so we're gonna go with McDonald's. Chatch said the flu is going around. Oh yeah, yeah, it is. I've heard about all the stuff on the news about the flu and stuff. And where and where I work. Oh yeah, it goes through quite a bit. But you want to know what? Technically, technically, whether or not people get sick at work is dependent on me because I clean stuff. So got to bring out those wet wipes and clean the handrails and stuff. Because like, if I don't do that, then more germs get passed around. So really, El Supersonic Q is the fighter of the flu at work. That's my job description. My job description: flu fighter. Um, I'm just trying to like make sure I answer questions from like everyone. Like, yeah, trying to like I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss people who I haven't taken a question from yet. N Carson B said, El Supersonic you have you already talked about Polybius or not? I can't remember if you did. I have not. And I probably will not because it's such an overdone topic that I don't know if I because like you guys know me. I like choosing obscure topics or I don't know, like if I'm gonna make a video about a popular topic, I'm gonna add something new to it. But with Polybius, that has like been beaten to death already in regards to videos on YouTube, and I don't really think there's anything new to uncover with it. I mean, maybe that's just me being biased, and maybe if I look, I can find something new. Which in that case, yeah, I would make a video about it. But like that's just always been like lost media 101. Like a day with SpongeBob, Polybius when like Crybaby Lane and Clockman. That's like the lost media starter kit, And like I don't really want to like do that because I would rather focus on other things that people don't know about. So I probably won't do because people have been requesting that for a long I think even as far back as like when I first started doing lost media videos, people asked for that. And I know that some people might just like to see my take on it, which is understandable. Maybe I should start doing that. Maybe not like very frequently, but maybe I should start doing like popular requests just so that people who want to see my take on a subject can see it. Um so maybe I'll do that at some point, but like for right now though, Polybius isn't really on my map. So yeah. Um oh, Chat said you could bundle a bunch of fan requests into one video. I feel like that wouldn't work though, because like just take Polybius for example. That would be like a 15-minute video, and then I'd have to do like everything else people requested. I like, yeah, I don't know. Bub said hi. What's up, Bub? Reshiram 9001 is an L Supersonic Q Discord server. There is one. I don't know why I'm like thinking about this. Yeah, there is one. It's not really my server though. It's Mario 64646464's, but we're all in there, like all my fans and stuff. It's pretty much my server, but he just started it for me. Um, uh, can can one of the mods or something like get the link for the Discord server, or can only Discord server mods do that? Maybe if Mario shows up, maybe he's watching. Maybe he can get you the link. If not, I'll get it for you, I guess, towards the end of the stream because I just don't want to lag the stream, which it might already be lagging and horrible. I don't know. Super something said, if you do that, why don't you do Sonic 3 or Mother games? Well, actually, wait, why don't you do Sonic 3? With the Mother games, I kind of have an idea for something I might want to do, but with what's with Sonic 3 that's lost media? I don't even know. Um, Paul McCartney said, "El Supersonic Q, you're given the choice between killing the Lost Media archive or leaving it alive. What is your choice and why?" All right, I got to be real here. As much as I hate the Lost Media archive, and I do not recommend any of you guys go on it because it's really bad. But for me, sometimes I do find things on there, topics like articles that are interesting that I don't find on Lost Media Wiki. Now, that's like very few and far between, but I think what I'm kind of getting at is like let me think of it as this comparison. Um Lost Media Wiki is like that retro game shop that always has something you're looking for and the prices are great and you really like them. Lost Media Archive is like eBay, where there's a lot of garbage on there and a lot of overpriced crap, but sometimes you find a really good deal on something that makes it worth it. So for that reason, I would say leave the archive up because sometimes I do look at it and I do find some interesting things on there. But I guess that's my personal opinion though. If there was like this massive like lost media civil war or something, oh yeah, down with the archive for sure, kill it. But like just with for me, I would say probably keep it up. Just for those rare cases when I do find something interesting on there, which is very few and far between. But yeah, definitely use the lostmediawiki.com website, guys, if you're gonna do lost media stuff, because they have a really good forum section. Their website is moderated. They actually just redesigned the site. Believe it or not, it has a new interface and stuff now. Gotta say, not sure if I like the new like article categories page because before they were kind of in like columns that were like 3 by 3, and now it's just a big list. And I don't know if I like that, but it's still a really good website. And like I can't even begin to tell you how many times on Lost Media Archive I've seen something like Lost Chowder episode, and I click it and it'd be like Mung Doll Dead episode. And it's like, oh my god, someone actually wrote this article. Like, oh my god. I cannot believe someone wasted the time with a really bad Chowder creepypasta. Like, no, stop. That's what you get on the archive. So use lastmediawiki.com. I'm on the forums there actually. Radiant Lloyd Firefly. So you can be a follower of mine on the forums if you want to. Moose True 27 said, will we ever do a video on the Golden Famicom Punch Out card? Probably not, because I think it was just a golf championship prize, or that was over dramatic. It was just a prize given out to in a golf tournament in Japan, I think. So I don't think there's too much mystery behind it or anything. So I probably won't. Yo, oh, at first I read that wrong, Jane. I thought you said Puffyama Yumi pilot, and that's a thing. Oh, someone asked me about something like, was there a topic that you gave up on before you made the video on? The Puffyama Yumi pilot was one because like I contacted like a ton of people and they all led to dead ends, and I'm like, what the heck? So I stopped searching for it. Maybe I'll pick it up though. I could try to give it a new look, but I remember that was something that I was searching for, and like it was like one person told me to go there. Then that person over there told me to go here. Then the here person told me to go somewhere else, and it just all led to dead ends. And like I'm not as interested in it as I was the Kappa Mikey thing, and I think Kappa Mikey was a bit different anyway because Animation Collective is different than Renegade Studios in a lot of different ways. So Animation Collective was much easier to navigate, whereas Renegade Studios is a little bit more uptight, I think, and it's going to be a lot harder to like find those random employees or whatever who might like have it. Comic Dud said, "El Supersonic U, did you know that I write comics? I did not know that. That's pretty cool. Are they superhero comics or video game comics? That's the real question." A Fallen Hero said, "El Supersonic U, heard of the Sega Neptune? I have heard of that, yeah. Someone I think asked me or a couple people in the past have asked me to make videos about that. Yeah. I think I said I was going to, and then I didn't, but maybe I could take another look at it. Um so yeah, that does ring a bell. That's something that I might be interested in. Alka Meme Chan said, also, is there any apps you guys recommend getting to talk to people interested in lost media? The only thing I can think of is like the Lost Media Wiki Discord server and like the shout box on Lost Media Wiki. Or no, that might just be a Discord box now. I'm not even sure. But yeah, I can't even think of any apps that you know is like a bunch of that's like a group of lost media. I just know of the Lost Media Wiki. So unless some of you guys have ideas. PiloX2 said, "El Supersonic Q, you should check out Sega's gunfight machine. Maybe make a video about the topic if it interests you enough. I find them fascinating. I never heard of that, so I'll have to look it up." Um, yeah, not sure about that. Lofu said, "What are your opinions on the Game Boy, El Supersonic Q?" Well, in regards to the original Game Boy, and actually, no, I have played a Game Boy Color. So, in regards to the original Game Boy, I've never played the original Game Boy, but I can only imagine, like, with no backlit screen and the green and black colors, I don't know. I probably wouldn't like that very much because I grew up with the Game Boy Advance SP. So, like, that's like luxurious compared to the Game Boy Color or the Game Boy original. Um, my sister has a Game Boy Color she got from one of her friends, and I tried playing it, and it is just so hard to play because I don't know. I that stuff was just before my time. Like, I'm sorry, just I can't even say anything good about it because I just don't like it. Game Boy Advance is my jam. Pinata Time said, "Have you heard of the lost version of Interjection Schoolhouse Rock Song?" I've heard of that, yeah, but I don't know much about it, and that's about all. Chach said, "Have you heard of Nicholas Fedorov?" Yeah, he's the Kekrok guy. And I made a video on Kekrok, so yeah, I know about him. The mechanics at El Supersonic U, do you think that we'll find all the lost Doctor Who episodes someday? Um, I'm gonna say no because from what I know about Doctor Who, some of the episodes were like super old and like super rare, and like the chance that someone had recorded them at the time of their like airing or something was like very slim. So like I think just from what I vaguely recall about talking about it in the past, I think there are some things that are just never gonna be found, and, like, the oldest Doctor Who episodes, I think, are probably among some of those things. Just from my, like, really brief run-in with Doctor Who. Justin443321 said, "El Supersonic Q, is New York fun?" Well, I was only in New York for a day, and while I was there, it was pretty fun, for the most part. I mean, obviously, like, the Nintendo World Store, like, that was probably the highlight for me, just because that's even why I went. But I did a lot of shopping, and, like, shopping for me is fun. We didn't really see a lot of the, like, touristy well, we saw Times Square, but, like and, like, Rockefeller Plaza, but, like, we didn't see a lot of, like, the other stuff because we were only there for a few hours. We didn't have, like, a lot of time, but, um, it was fun, I guess, for me for the day because I just spent a lot of money on stuff and, like I said, the Nintendo store and, like, seeing some stuff was kinda cool. Um, like, when I wa like, um when I walked by Trump Tower and I didn't even know it was there, I just looked to my left and I'm like, "What?" That was actually kinda surreal because like, you see that on the news all the time. I literally turned my head and like, "Whoa, there it is," and there's, like, all these, like, guards out front and stuff, and I'm like, "Whoa," like, that's not something you see every day. So that was kinda cool to see, and, like, what else did we see? Some kinda train station, the Grand Central Station and stuff. So it was pretty fun, yeah. Would I go back though? Probably not. Like, no, I don't think going to Nintendo World for a second time is worth going back. But um, I also met Mario 64646464 there. There was a picture we posted on Twitter. We met up at the Nintendo World store, and that was actually really fun. Um, I'm not really sure like what else. I mean, I know there's like tons of stuff to do in New York, but you need a lot more time to do it and a lot more money to do it. Um, so I mean, if you guys can ever make it there for the day to go to Nintendo World and maybe some other stores, give it a go. Um, but if you're not really into traveling and don't like big crowds, which I hate big crowds, then you might want to skip it because, like, as cool as the Nintendo store was, you can get pretty much all that stuff online, except maybe the T-shirts. But do you want to go to New York for a T-shirt? I don't know. Mel Sanchez with the classic El Supersonic. Can you please talk about Alan E. Turiel Lost Media? Yeah, yeah, that's on the long-term to-do list, the villainous stuff whenever when I get around to doing that. I know you still want that. Yoshi Killer 2S said it. Hey, El Supersonic Q. Yoshi Killer, it's been a while. What's up, man? And he says, "Hey, El Supersonic Q, the Last Media Wiki is going to a official podcast, and it's going to be similar to the Pizza Party podcast. So that means it's going to have guest stars on it. Are you willing to be a guest star on it?" Heck yeah, I'd do that. I like the Last Media Wiki and Diecade and all the Last Media Wiki crew. So, and I'm part of the website. So yeah, I definitely do that. Yeah, if but let them know if that was like a if that was like an invite, then let them know that I'm interested. Yeah, I do that. Susbub Cringe Pants at Supersonic You. Can you answer me question? I got a good video you could do. How about the tiger video now? It's forgotten. I've never heard of that. I have to look it up, but maybe that'll happen. Noah Network said, "What is your rarest plush?" Probably the Sonic Adventure Nights Chow. I posted a picture of that on Twitter, I think, a while ago. Soma Cruz said, "El Supersonic, have you seen the leaked photos of Mattel's Jurassic World toys?" I have not. No, I don't follow Mattel or Jurassic World, so I've never seen that. Oh, Pillow X2 was explaining the Sega gunfight thing. The Sega gunfight machine is a very old electromechanical games. They're basically arcades before the video games were a thing. It's impressive how much they could do with no computers. Oh, that actually does sound interesting. Maybe I will look into that then. Oh, New York is too long of a trip for Justin. Oh, this is the Sonic 3 thing. Super something was saying with Michael Jackson's death turning 10 years old next year, do you think the original Sonic 3 recordings will ever be found? Probably not. I don't think so, because I know that's been a thing for a while. So probably not. Alchememtron said, "What's the Lost Media Discord server's name?" Geez, I don't know for sure. If you go to the Lost Media wiki, I think there's a Discord server link somewhere on like the homepage you can click. Susbub, I definitely answered your question about the Tiger video thing. Oh, you mean I think you should do a video on Merry Melodies Foxy? I don't know. I don't know what that is. Yeah, I'm really far behind PLOX too with the chat. I'm really bad at keeping up with the chat. It's like a recurring thing with me. Let's see. ZP Scissors said, "What's the weirdest way Lost Media has been found that you know of?" Oh, geez, I feel like there has to be some good answers for this question. Um, oh man, uh I know there's some really like wacky things. I'm trying to like remember. Um, man, I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I know I've heard of some like really crazy stories where like someone found stuff in like a pile of garbage or something. Like, oh, I wish I could remember the specifics, but I really can't. I know there were some really like wacky stories before. Ah, man, I wish I had an answer to that, but I don't because I can't remember any of the things I've heard. Um, Charles Show was asking to be a mod, but I don't I don't just like give out the mod things. Uh, Jane is a Jane is a solid mod that yeah, and like Pat back and Mario, but they're not even here. But yeah, I don't just give out the mods. So sorry about that. People have asked before, but I I don't give out like mods. Comic Dud said, "I'll Supersonic, you do a video on Pokemon Live." That's not going to happen because a lot of people have already done that before, and I'm not interested in it for a few different reasons. Scrooge McDuck said, "Have a BDNA Mario plush that talks." I do have that actually. Yeah, the Wingcap Mario one. I actually do have that. Yeah. Yoshi Lamer said, "How would you feel if you reached 100,000 subscribers?" Oh wow, I can't even put into perspective how I would feel about that. It would be probably one of the best days of my life. Have you heard of Pets Cop? Chach said. Yeah, I've heard of that from a few different people. I don't remember anything about. I don't think I ever even looked it up, but I know that I've heard about it. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything other than that though. Wow, I missed 9,000 comments again. The mechanics said, "Super Sonic Q, do you ever fear that something you own that you got rid of will become lost media?" I don't sell any of my stuff. If you mean like collectibles or anything, like no, I don't sell any of my stuff, so I don't fear that because I don't get rid of anything. Acclameme said the Gravity Falls pilot was a pretty wacky piece of lost media to find. I don't know I forget what the story with that was. Niels looks at El Supersonic Q. Oh, sorry, I guess I just missed what you were saying. You could just like repost it, I guess, because there's like so many people. Um, the cheese is falling. So does LSSQ use OBS? No, I don't. I just use like the YouTube, like Google Hangouts. Games like this for like this are really that bad to begin with. Um, OBS would just make it a little more flashy, but like I'm fine with doing this, I guess. But maybe if I get a new computer, I'll look into OBS. Um, did Quip Bus how big is your book collection? It's pretty big. It's so big I like had to pack one away. Like, yeah, I don't really have room for like all the plushes anymore, but I have a lot of plushes. I don't know. People have been telling me to do like a and stuff, but like I don't really suited for that anymore. So I've been like hesitant on it. Maybe it's on Twitter. And half of it is packed away out for one picture. I don't think that's. I don't know if that's worth it. Pilux2 said the interesting thing about electromechanical games is that they had been a thing all the way back to the 30s and even earlier. Those games created the whole culture of arcade salon, salons. Oh, okay, mess that word up. That's interesting. I'll definitely look into that. Um, Yoshi Lamer said, "Any good luck in the O'Hare plush?" No, nothing from the O'Hare plush. Like nothing at all. I thought about maybe going back and looking through old listings again to see if I could find it, but I haven't done that yet. I don't think I'm going to find it though because I've looked before. Oh, Charles Show said that the Hangouts glitches sometimes. See, I don't know if that's actually the Hangouts or if it's just my internet because my internet isn't very good to begin with. So I feel like it's probably a combination of both. Oh, Alchememe was explaining the Gravity Falls pilot. Basically, Alex Hirsch set up this worldwide search spanning from Russia to Japan with puzzles all leading to a treasure chest filled with Russian coins and the USB of the pilot. Are you serious? That's actually really cool. That's awesome. Niels Look said, "Oh, I was going to tell you about the missing first season of Barney the Dinosaur with a really dark purple Barney. It's honestly creepy. I mean, if Barney is a popular enough request, when I get back into kids stuff, I'll do it. You should do a video on Mary Melody's Foxy Susbub said. I don't know what that is. I have to look it up. Electric Psycho 101 said, Courage the Cowardly Dog pilot. Um, is there a Courage pilot? I don't know if there is. Or if there, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. DeQuibostiga said, so I have seen a lot of weird plushes from Banpresto. Do you think they are bootlegs claiming to be Banpresto? Yeah, I do. I know Banpresto stuff gets. I know that Banpresto stuff gets faked like to no end. So yeah, there's a lot of Banpresto fakes. It's probably one of the most faked plush companies. So yeah. Classic Pillow X2. Hey, I have the O'Hare plush. My uncle is Nintendo, and my other cousin is Tomb Nook. I have 30 gold O'Hare plushes, but can't upload pics because my phone is broken. I also have a day with SpongeBob. Oh, there was this good meme on Lost Media Wiki when we were searching for a day with SpongeBob. I had this like recurring joke that I was friends with George Clooney and he had my A Day with SpongeBob copy, but he sent it to the moon. Or no, George Clooney was on the moon, I think, and he wasn't going to come back with it for a while. So that's why we never got it. Do I know the way? I don't know the way because I don't like Uganda Knuckles. Honestly, Uganda Knuckles is like one of the quickest memes to just like get overexposed. Like it's just everywhere. Like I hate it so much. It's not even funny. Oh, DeQuip said I have like a million bootleg Band Presto plushes. Yeah. Bad. Yo, the Keck Glad you guys are bringing the Keck I appreciate that. It's been a while since we had a Keck stuff, since we had like Keck and stuff. So that's cool. Somebody touch my spaghetti is better. Oh my god. Oh, have we hit that point in the stream? Is this the meme stream? We got Do You Know the Way? Somebody touching my spaghetti and Keck. Oh man. We got the memes. Wow, this is quite classic. In a nutshell, this was like every stream towards the end of I think 2016. It was just a big meme fest. Was it 2016 or was it 2015? No, it was 2016, I think. Yeah, because we're in 2018. Rue said Kekrok is better than a meme. You know what? That's true. That is true, though. Kekrok is like a way of living. Hmm. Meme stream. Neil's Look said, El Supersonic Q, what are your thoughts on the lost pilot of Avatar The Last Airbender? Um, I actually didn't even know there was a pilot of that. I would have to look it up. I don't know. Mr. Mewtwo said, El Supersonic Q, you sound way more serious in your vids. Yeah, I when I record for a video, it's a lot more serious. I know these streams are just like free for alls. And usually when I record them, not only am I tired half the time, but I've already been talking for like 2 hours. Or okay, an hour and a half. So that's like I never record for like that long. So my voice is getting tired anyway. Um Most underrated cartoon Pinata Time said. Oh geez. Well, I mean, I'd say Kappa Mikey because it's the first thing I can think of, but also that is kind of true. I've always thought about Kappa Mikey being underrated. So let's go with Kappa Mikey. It's definitely up there. I think there are probably others, but Kappa Mikey is the first thing I can think of. I'm not very good with thinking of things on the spot. If you guys haven't noticed, man, we are on the meme. Oh my god, the the steamed hams meme. We are all in the meme train now. Chat said I have the Super Game Boy 2 NTSC US, but oops, I accidentally dropped it in acid. Yes, because everyone has vats of acid next to their really rare collectibles. Okay, do I want to click this? Guys, look at this rare Mario Party 5 Yoshi from Jane. I don't know if I want to click that. It'll probably lag the stream, and it's probably not that. That's some good uh Gint Egg said, I will now listen to this in the background while playing Doom mods. That's what a good soundtrack to your Doom game. Or your Doom mods. Oh, Pillow X2 collects acid. That's cool. I like how Carson B is still going with it with the steamed hams. Cube said, could you do a vid on Star Fox 2? Oh, you could do a vid on Star Fox 2, but it's already out. I know other people have covered that before anyway, so I probably wasn't going to do that. Steamed hams, but it's an LSSQ vid. If someone made that, that'd be cool. This is honestly a good break because like my voice is like starting to get tired and stuff. So this is good that we can kind of break up the questions and stuff with a bunch of memes. ZP Scissors dropped their A Day with SpongeBob copy in the toilet. Well, maybe you could wipe it off, I guess. Wow. This is good. Pinata Time accidentally dropped the entire Lost Media wiki in acid. And Carson B is still going with the meme. Yoshi Lamer, I had a 24-karat gold Game Boy Advance, but I gave it to my 3-year-old cousin who ate it. Oh man. In a in a vat of weed. Alchemy Meme John dropped their copy of A Day with SpongeBob in a vat of weed. People like Stu said, LC for Sonic Q, I think I forgot to tell you, but my dad is friends with Keckrock, and he gave me his game for my birthday, but I promised not to leak it, so I can't show you. Well, your Keckrock must not be the same Keckrock that I know because he doesn't spell his name with a K at the end. Fraud Croc. Or fake Croc. Never heard of the Fallout Online pitch at Stellar Flow Studios. I don't know anything about Fallout. Niels looks at, is there a way we could collab for one of my last media vids? Well, you can send me a DM on Twitter, and maybe. I mean, I'm honestly not really in a position to collab right now, but like maybe in the future. But you could still send me a DM on Twitter. Yeah, if you guys want to DM me on Twitter. Justin said, can someone make an animated L Supersonic Q? Oh, I've seen those videos. If someone wanted to do that, I'd be down for that too. That'd be cool. Man, you guys have all these rare things. What do I have? What kind of rare thing do I have? Well, Reshiram had yeah Beebus. Geez. Oh, I have a Geno plush, guys. That's right. I have the Geno plush in my closet. I forgot about that. Oh, I think we have an actual question now. EDC4 said, question, I'm part of a community called the Logo Community. Do you have any thoughts for this page on the wiki? By the way, the Coke burst is confirmed fake. Oh. Um, I don't know that much about the like logos and like that advertising material and stuff. I can't click the link open because it'll destroy the stream. Sorry about that. But yeah, I don't know. That's one area of the Lost Media Wiki I haven't really gone into to any extent is like logos and advertising material. So I don't really. I wish I had a more direct answer for you, but I don't. Here we go. Um, David Sherman says thoughts on Mario Kart Tour, the planned Mario Kart game for mobile devices scheduled to release in March 2019. I think that's actually kind of cool that they're putting Mario Kart on mobile. There's literally nothing from the game that we know about except the fact that it exists, but I think it's cool actually. And honestly, like what a vague release time. What if it ended up being like lost media? Like they just canceled it. It never even came out. We only ever got a logo. Well, I guess with Star Fox Arcade, that's what happened. But yeah. Chicken Duck said, "I love your vids." Well, thanks, Chicken Duck. Soma Cruz got a PS4 for Christmas. That's cool. Do I know more stuff about Keckrock or DLV? I only know pretty much whatever. Well, I talk to Keckrock on a daily basis, but he told me not to like you know tell everybody his personal business. So I can't tell you. Charles Show said I can put an LSSQ vid on GBA if you want. Go for it. That'd be cool. Oh, EDC4 said it's okay. Okay, that's good. Because I wish I knew more, but I just don't. Hannah Croctana. Oh man, is that like the Keckrock universe version of Hannah Montana? DeQuip Bustiga said, "What makes you hate Sanai, like that plush company?" I just think their plushes are freaking ugly. Like, yeah, that's one part of it. And then the other part is that like I just get sick of seeing the same ones for like the past 7 years. Like their Mario All-Star ones. I've been looking at that freaking Mario All-Stars Mario plush for the past like 7 or 8 years. And it's just I'm so sick of it. Like some of their stuff is cool. Like their new Cappy plush is really cool. And the Pikmin plushes are cool. And the original Animal Crossing ones are cool. But like the Sonic Sanai ones are really ugly. And like I'm tired of seeing the Mario All Star ones that just will not go away. And like Mario Party 5 is the embodiment is the plush embodiment of cancer. So yeah, I don't know. Oh, Andrew Buchan said, "What plush company is your favorite?" Now there's a good question. I gotta say Sega Prize. Um, so they did like the Sonic Adventure 1 set, Sonic Adventure 2 set, Sonic the Fighters, Sonic X UFO Volume 1 and 2. Um, and some of the Monkey Ball plushes and stuff that I mentioned earlier. I gotta say it's probably Sega Prize, like just classic like '90s UFO plushes that just look freaking amazing. Um, I gotta say them. Oh, and Andrew loves my vids. That's awesome. Thanks. The Electric Hedgehogs at El Supersonic U. Have you seen the Sonic plush set made by Namco? Yeah, it looks horrible. I've seen that before. It's not very good. Your Average Joe said, "Hi. What's up, Your Average Joe? Thanks for stopping by." Oh, I noticed you before you even said, "Notice me, senpai." Oh, Niels looks at I have to go to school. Looking forward to your next vid. Oh, I wonder I wonder where you live because like it's Friday night at 9 o'clock for me. Well, maybe you go to night school. I don't know. We'll have fun at school, and there should be a new video on this weekend. Jonathan Yescast said, "What plush made you wanted to collect video game plushes?" Geez, I don't even know how. I think I started collecting figures before I even started collecting plushes. So what plush made me want to collect plushes? I think just a lot of like the like late 2000s Band Presto like new Super Mario Bros. Plushes, like kind of all those ones that you see. Like there's like a Goomba with sound effects. There's like a star with sound effects. Um, there's like the Blue Shell Mario, the Poker Luigi. What else is from around that era? Like the Yoshi's Island DS set, like all those late 2000s plushes. That's when I started collecting, and that's what I was finding when I had first begun. So all those plushes just collectively, I just thought they were cool, and I'm like, oh, like ironically, I don't have any of them, any of those ones. I remember seeing them, and when I started collecting figures, that's when I kind of decided, oh, I should collect plushes too because like there's some really cool plushes. Yoshi Killer 2S said, L Supersonic Q, do you like Silva Gunner? I'm not a meme guy, so no. Chach said, to be honest, I'm surprised you don't have 100K subs yet. Your stuff is so good. Yeah, quite a quite a few people kind of, or I guess that's a frequently kind of frequent thing people say. It's a good compliment though. I like that compliment where people say like you should have a lot more subs for how much effort you put into your content and stuff. And yeah, I don't want to. I don't disagree with that. Yeah, thanks. I definitely hope to grow the channel. Pinata Time said, "Do you like Pac-Man? Also, will you ever get that creepy Pac-Man plush? Demonic Pac-Man? Yeah, I want to get a demonic Pac-Man plush at some point. I'm just kind of waiting for one with like a tag and everything. I was gonna get one like used just for the meme, but then I'm like, no, if I'm gonna buy one, it might as well be with the tag and everything. So when I get a demonic Pac-Man, I'll post it on Twitter. And I do like Pac-Man, kinda. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Pac-Man, but I do like him to some extent. Carson B is leaving. Good luck with the stream. Thanks, and Carson B for stopping by. Fallen Hero said, El Supersonic Q, have you ever heard of the Batman animated series pilot? I have. I thought there was a thing about that with like the original audio being lost, but then I thought it was found. So maybe that happened. Andrew Buchan said, I always thought the Foster's Blue plush was horribly made. There are some that look horrible. There are some that actually don't look that bad. I think it depends which one you're looking at. PillowX2 said, do you know a way to tell whether or not the merch you buy is real or fake? I always have a problem knowing for sure whether or not what I buy is real. Oh, there are a lot of different ways. If you want like a kind of a general guide, I have a video on my channel called like how to avoid counterfeits or something. You can watch that and it gives you all the telltale signs. That kind of, I don't know if that just covers eBay or if it covers everything, but you can check it out. The second thing is like you could DM me or whatever, or anyone who knows anything about plushes and collectibles, and we could tell you if it's real or fake. Because the third thing is it comes with experience. That's kind of like, you say, how do you know if it's real or fake? I've been collecting for more than 10 years, so I've seen mostly all of it, and I know what sets exist. I know what sets don't exist. I know what counterfeits of certain sets look like. I know what the official ones look like. I know the variants of the official ones and all kinds of stuff. So it comes with experience. So within time, you'll probably get better at it. But you could either watch that video that I mentioned on my channel, the how to avoid counterfeits one, or send me a DM or tweet me or whatever, or Pat Mac or Mario or anybody like that who would know because we have a lot of experience with it. But it definitely does come with time. The more you collect, the more you kind of know about stuff and know what got faked, what didn't, and what companies exist, what companies don't, stuff like that. Blaze is late. Oh no. I'm actually probably going to end pretty soon, maybe like 10 more minutes because I think that'll be 2 hours. Mr. Mewtwo said, how do you feel about the Blues Clues Lost pilot? Um, I guess it's kind of interesting, but I'm not really as interested in it now as I was back when I first made the video because there's not that many different things. And I think the Blues Clues people actually said that Nickelodeon is the only people left who would have a copy of the pilot, like if it still exists. So we're probably never going to see it. D Hammer said, "Hello, I remember." Bleh, let me read that again. D Hammer said, "Hello, I remember seeing a Japanese copy of Atlantis Square Pantis for the Wii. Years later, I can't seem to find any proof that this ever existed." I don't know what to say about that. I have actually never even heard of that game, so I'm on a GBA ROM LSSQ. Charles Show said, "That's awesome." Um, the Electric Hedgehog said, "L Supersonic Q. What were your thoughts slash opinions about the PlayStation Portable and Vita? Have you ever played it before?" No, I haven't really played anything PlayStation actually, and I don't know really much about them. I know that at the time the PSP was kind of like ahead of its time. I think it could do a lot of things for its time that like the DS wasn't doing and stuff. I think it could go on the internet actually, the PSP. But nowadays the PSP is pretty like forgotten and I think pretty worthless. And I don't really know much about the Vita either. I just know that it exists. I've never played either of them, so I don't really have much to say about them. I really only play Nintendo, and I've been trying to branch out with third-party games on Nintendo consoles. Oh, Pinata Time said also, what should I search for uh, when I'm or also what should I search for looking for my own creepy Pac-Man plush? Um, you should search Pac-Man yeah, Pluppet, Pac-Man Puppet, or like vintage Pac-Man plush because the one that the Demon Pac-Man is a puppet plush. So you should search Pac-Man Puppet or vintage Pac-Man plush. Mr. Mewtwo is peacing out. Thanks for stopping by. A fallen hero said the audio to the pilot was never found. I'm fairly certain it was, unless what I was watching was fake. I remember seeing something about it at one point, for sure. Jonathan Yescast said, "Would you ever get the Kirby plush? That's one of my well-looking plush. I really, I really. Oh, um, there was a couple like Sentai Kirby plushes I did want. I think maybe it was the All Star Kirby. Um, those do look good. Some of them. I don't know if I'm ever gonna really get them though. I mean, maybe, but I don't know. I'm just so indifferent, so weird with Sentai. Oh, Somo. Kekrok. What the heck is this? Oh, geez. Pilowix2 said, I bought a friend of mine a couple of Love Live figures. They looked legit to me, but I don't really know. I also have this Pokemon plushes I bought at a con. No idea if they're real. Do you know of a way to for sure to tell whether or not they're fake? I don't know anything about anime figures. Well, actually, okay. Like, in and of itself, I don't really know how to tell anime figures whether or not they're fake or real. And if I had to guess, the conventions I've been to have only had fake Pokemon. No, I shouldn't say that. There were some real Pokemon plushes. Jeez. Um you'd have to tell me like where you bought them and like where they're from. Like if you bought it from eBay from China or like from Amazon from a third party seller or something, like then they're probably fake. But if you bought like a Tomy Pokemon plush, then it's probably real because I don't think those have been faked. I would need more context to help you out there. And then Sobel Cruz said, "Excuse me, I meant Croc was originally going to be a Yoshi game." Yes, it was. Um, so yeah, Plux too. You should like DM me on Twitter or something because I want to help you out. But oh, and don't forget to look at the electromechanical games. Right. Supersonic Q. Do you know anything about NES prototypes? The Fallen Hero said. I do not. Um. Oh, you guys want the Discord server? Oh, do you think the uncensored version of Rude Removal exists? I'm like 100% certain it was confirmed that it did. I think Craig McCracken said it did. TV, games, music, and cartoons. Do you think a Mario movie is necessary? The franchise is good enough in itself. We didn't even talk about stuff you should buy or the official Mario movie, but yeah, I think the Mario movie is going to be good. I think it's worth it because Nintendo needs to expand. I'm surprised it's taken them this long to expand their brand like they have. So a Mario movie is something that should have existed 10 years ago. So this sounds like it's going to be great. I'm excited for it because it's not going to be bad. The Sonic movie, there's a 50-50 chance it could fail. The Mario movie is not going to fail. Let me get you the link to the Discord server because I guess Mario is not in the chat. Stream lags. It's because I'm getting a Discord link. Yeah, I think we're gonna end in like 4 minutes because I gotta go to the bathroom, and that'll be the 2 hour mark, and I think that's pretty good. I like these 2 hour streams. They work well with my schedule, and it's not like overkill. You know, like, oh come on, load. Oh, I'm not even freaking signed in. It's probably lagging out hard. Log in quick. Where is it? Mario's thing. Okay. Quick, open. Invite people. Okay. David Sherman says my predictions for this year's E3: Keckrock and Smash. Okay. I thought those were real predictions at first. Mochi Cat said hello. Well, hello. No, I'm not ending yet. I'm gonna end in like 2 minutes. How long does it take to upload a video with that internet? See, it's weird you say that because the Hannah Montana one took like 47 minutes, and then the Mega Man one took like 2 hours. So it depends. It literally depends. It's random. Oh, Super Bowl predictions. The Pats are gonna take it. I gotta say, I'm not even a big sports guy, but living in New England, I gotta say the Pats without a doubt. There's not even a question. They're gonna take it. Comic Dud said, "What's your longest video?" I think it was a chalk drawing I did of Wind Waker Toon Link from 2013, which may or may not still be on my channel, and it's over an hour long. Soma said, wasn't it confirmed that Shigeru Miyamoto was going to be working on the Mario movie? Yeah, it was. Confirmed that. So it's going to be good. PLX2 said, I bought the Pokemon plushes at an anime event. It wasn't official or anything. They look good, but the tag is weird. It doesn't have Tomy or Nintendo. Does it have any kind of like Pokemon company copyrights on it? Can I do a video on the Lost Bear and the Big Blue House episodes? Maybe if I do kids stuff, I could do that. Oh, talk about the Netflix Zelda movie. I remember that, but I don't know much about it. John Iowa with the it's luck if Philly wins. Yeah, can't argue with that. I mean, honestly, the Patriots are like really, really good. You can't even argue that. You can't say the Patriots aren't good. That's just like that is total bias. But it's 9:15 and there's a lull in the chat, and I gotta go to the bathroom. So I think I'm gonna do that. With that said, though, thanks for watching, guys. This is another edition of the LSSQ LSSQ cast. New video on Sunday. Check that out, and stream next week. And there should be another like a lost media animation topic or something on next week. This week we're gonna have another like collectible kind of video. It's a good mystery though. It's a very good mystery. I actually got the idea from a Twitter DM, which I'll explain in the video. So, well, anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, I'm Supersonic Q. So, Finn.